I believe it's time for us to bring in a data set now. So we're going to have to take a look at our sample data set. So the very first thing you need to do as an analyst before you bring in data into Power BI is to try and understand what that data is all about. So that's what we are going to do first. Okay. So we have an Excel data set called Superstore Data. And the first thing you would do as an analyst is to have an overview of what this data is all about. And how do you get that overview? You basically have to check through the content of the data. And checking through the content simply means going through each column of that data. So first you want to check something like probably how many columns do you have? So you are basically scrolling towards the right hand side to see that you have a couple of columns. Then I'm going to go back and try to understand what each column of that data is all about. So you need to understand the purpose of each column within your data. That is very, very important. Okay. So first column, I have a row ID, which is just 1 to 3, more or less like a serial number. I have an order ID. Okay. So that kind of tells me maybe somebody is placing an order, and then there's an ID for every order. Okay. I have an order date. I have a ship date. Okay. So someone places an order on a particular date. The order gets shipped on a particular date. Basically, I have a ship mode. All right. So you place an order, your order gets shipped. What ship mode are you using? So are you using a second class? Are you using a standard class? So in Excel, if I come to my data tab here, I can activate my filter. So I can have this drop down on each of the column header. So when I click on the drop down, I will see the unique values within each column. So ship mode, there is first class, same with second class, and standard class that a retail person can use to make the order. Okay, then I have a customer ID. Okay, so this is going to identify the customer, and this is the customer's name that is making that order. I have a segment. So what does segment mean? Segment, so let me click on the drop down to see the values I have. So I have consumer, corporate, and office. So I think this should be customer segment. So this person has been segmented into a group called consumer. So you could either be a consumer, or you could be a corporate, or you could be an home office customer. All right. Then I have a country column. Is United States. So I know this business is in the US. So I've got the cities where the customer resides. Okay. So this customer making an order from this city. The city basically belongs to this state. The postal code, the region, all for the customer's location. Then I have a product ID. So you basically make an order for a product. So there is a product ID and there is a product category. You're making an order within the furniture category. Then there is a subcategory. So under the furniture category, we have subcategories, we have bookcase, we have chairs, we have stuff like that. And then the name of the product exactly which you are ordering. All right. So scrolling to the right, I have the sales amount, the quantity purchased, the discount, and the profit. So in summary, basically, this is a business that deals with retail ordering online. So online retail ordering. So more or less like an e-commerce website kind of data. So now I know the kind of data I have. This is going to form the basis of the kind of analysis I would like to do in Power BI. So we've gone through the first step, understanding our data. The next step is going to be to bring in this data into Power BI Desktop.